he the only reason why I do not get violent. Hey, cause he gave me patience. Hey, swear that all makes sense. Hey, when you making bands can make friends.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Go. Lady.
53. Mike. All day, dog.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards the pickup there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Here's Wentz to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And all the way down to the 29. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down now. It's Howard. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to cash it in for 6. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Keep breaking them balls up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Here we go.
Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On first down, they run with Howard. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Check 99.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't it? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On second and 11 now. Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
53's the mic.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Stay with your man. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 26. Mayfield on play action. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Right here, right here.
Mayfield off the play fake, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now Mayfield, he finds Beckham complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Mayfield now. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from early.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Browns add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. he did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on third down. A give to Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Howard. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Wentz going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to...
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Mike. All right, D, let's go. All right, D. 53.
Wentz. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Mike, 58, right there. Cut.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 71 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Big stop.
Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well...
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 77 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
26, Eagles 15.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 180.
Here it comes. 53.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Able to fight through. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.